Today we are going to be doing an overview on the Glock 43X MOS. Now before we get into it, let's make sure this thing is fully empty. Mag is empty, and so is the chamber. This is the Glock 43X MOS, and as you could tell, it is not stock. Quite a bit of stuff has been done to it. I'll go over the list of mods in a bit, but for now, let's go over everything that it comes with, and that is the hard case, 2 10-round magazines, a lock, a speed loader, and the owner's manual. And highly recommend you read the owner's manual when you get a firearm. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move all of this off to the side. So about this Glock 43X MOS, this gun actually belongs to a friend of mine, Kenny, and I'm sure you guys have seen him in my previous videos. Kenny, if you're watching this, thank you very much for letting me borrow this for the day to do the overview on it. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. Obviously, this is not your typical stock Glock. Kenny put some work into it and made it tactical and black and gold themed. So it's tactical and a little Gucci Glock, but not full Gucci Glock. So for the list of mods, he has the Shield Arms metal mag. It's 15 rounds with the S15 +5 extension, gold obviously. He has the backup tactical gold threaded barrel, the CDS defense guide rod, gold, and it's a little bit stiffer compared to the stock guide rod. He has the SIG Romeo 0 micro red dot. He has the Dawson sights. As you can see, they're a little bit raised compared to the normal Glock sights. He has a gold backplate that says "Come and Swing It," and it's made by a local gun store here in Houston, Texas called HTX Tactical. He has the Shield Arms metal mag release, the TLR7 flashlight, and inside it has the ghost connector. Now, I'm not sure if it's a -1 pound connector or not, but it doesn't feel anything different compared to the stock one. So what's the big deal about the Glock 43X MOS? Well, to start off, you can add the red dot as well as a flashlight, which most Glock owners are doing these days, Kenny included. Second, it's much slimmer than most firearms out there, and it's much easier to conceal carry. And 3, this is a big one. This gun can hold way more rounds than most other guns out there. So for most concealed carry firearms, the most rounds you can hold is what, like 8 or 9 rounds? From the factory, Glock makes the 10-round mags for the Glock 43X and the Glock 48. Now, if 10 is not enough, you could always go with the Shield Arms mags that holds 15 rounds. It's pretty nice, especially for a gun that's this small. Now, just to show you guys, I also brought my Gen 5 Glock 19, empty as well. And as you can see, it is much slimmer than the Glock 19. As you can see, it's a little bit shorter as well. The upper on the 43X MOS is a little bit shorter than the 19. As you can see right there, and there's a top view of it. The grip is pretty much the same length, but other than that, there's really not much else to it. It's just a little bit shorter and it's a little bit slimmer. In my honest opinion, this gun is really nice. It's almost perfect, and there are really only 2 things I would complain about it. One of them being the slide lock. I don't know if you could tell, but it's using the stock factory slide lock. And if I were to press it down, well, I would have issues. I would have to strictly stick to power stroking it to cycle around. And second, I would change the trigger because I absolutely hate the stock factory Glock trigger. But other than that, everything else is nice. Now, I've shot this firearm before, but I never really paid attention to how it really shot. So I did some test firing earlier, and I will have to say, this thing is a lot less snappier than I remember. Because I remember with the stock factory setup, it was very snappy. Though with this setup, it feels a little bit easier to manage. Now for the trigger, it feels the same. Like I said, it doesn't feel anything different, especially with the ghost connector. And on top of that, I can confirm it is much easier to look through the red dot than it is to look through the sights. And my groupings, at least on my target, were pretty tight and pretty consistent. So I'd give it 5 stars. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and actually go on with the shooting demo of it. I've already shown clips of me shooting it here and there, but I figured why not actually show it. So earlier I was shooting at the upper half of this target, and as you can see, the groupings are pretty consistent on the top and on the bottom as well. I'm going to be aiming at the lower half and show how the groupings really are, just so like I can prove that I'm not lying or I'm not faking anything. So let's get to it. I'm about 10 feet away from the target. Here is the 43X MOS, and I got 15 rounds in the mag. Let's go. Like I said, I'm gonna aim at the lower half of the target. All right, this is what it looks like now. And like I said, I shot 15 rounds. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The groupings are, I'd say that's about like 4 or 5 inches. Dude, that's really close. Nice. Wow, I have to admit, this Glock 43X MOS does not disappoint. And so that is it for this video. This concludes the overview of the Glock 43X MOS. Looks really nice and performs really nice as well. I gotta say, this thing amazed me for sure. That's not the red dot, that's the front sight. Red dot's not showing on camera, but it's whatever. But man, this thing it's really nice. I'm speechless right now. If you're subscribed, thanks. If you're not, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Take care, everyone. I will catch you on the flip side.